तुमकां प्रेसाक आनी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मिडियाक हांव गुड मॉर्निंग म्हणटा आनी तुमी आमकां हो प्रेस कॉन्फरन्स दिवंक आयले देखून तुमकां चडांत चड देव बरें करूं. आमी गोवन्स फॉर दाबोली ओन्ली. तुमी जाणात जायतीं वर्सां झुजले की दाबोलीचो एअरपोर्ट दवरचो आनी 2 एअरपोर्टाची गरज ना. आनी आमी हे बेश्टे म्हणूंक ना. वाऱ्यार आमचे लागीं रिपोर्ट आसले. पयलो रिपोर्ट म्हणल्यार इंटरनॅशनल सिव्हिल एविएशन ऑर्गनायझेशन आयकाव आनी दुसरो एअरपोर्ट दे पारी इंगेज ताका म्हणटा एडीपीआय. सो ह्या दोनूय रिपोर्टां प्रमाणे 2 एअरपोर्टांची फिजिबिलिटी वायबिलिटी ना आनी क्लियर सांगलेलें आसा. इन्स्पायर्ड एअरपोर्ट उरतले पूण की हे फोट आतां तुमी सांगात कोण फोटकिरो. दीस गव्हर्मेंट ताका सूय जाल्यार फोटी मारपाक सोदता आनी फोटी मारलेल्योच आसात. लोकांक 10 लाख दिता म्हूण सांगले फोटी. प्लास्टिकाची एक पोती देखून रस्त्यार आसची ना, गार्बेज आसची ना. आयज सगळी घाण. सो हो सरकार फोटी मारीत येयला. पूण सोत म्हणल्यार की हो एअरपोर्ट बंद करपाक सोदतात म्हूण ताचोच मिनिस्टर मोबीत गुदिनान आवाज काडला की GMR प्रेशरायज करता म्हूण नेवीक तांणी हो एअरपोर्ट आपणाक जाय देखून डिफेन्सा कडेन मागचें म्हूण तो आपणाक जाय सिव्हिलियन पर्पजाक बंद करचो. आतां सद्या कितें प्रॉब्लेम म्हणटा तो मोपा एअरपोर्ट इज रन ऑन ए लॉस अँड बिग लॉस आनी ताणें व्हडले लोन काडलेले आसात. म्हणटोच तांचे लोन भरून तांचे लॉस वयता तें भरून काडपाक दे वॉन्ट टू क्लोज डावन द दाबोली एअरपोर्ट. आनी हे फिगर कसो लॉस वयता कितले लोन ताणें काडल्यात आमचो भाव अविनाश तुमकां क्लियरली सांगतलो.
And every airport business has to be rated by the credit agency. Now this is a report I am reading from GMR's website. They say this is the CARE Rating Limited. Performance of GMR Goa International Airport Limited was lower than anticipated in financial year 25, considering lower passenger traffic growth in Goa and lower than expected diversion from existing Dabolim airport. Going forward, ramp up in passenger volume within envisaged timeline is key to the rating maintainability. The outlook for the airport sector remains favorable over medium term. It further goes to say, operation and financial performance of GGIL, that is Mopa Airport, was below expectations in FY25, leading to continued high leverage. High leverage means a lot of pressure on repayment of loan. It was considering lower passenger traffic in Goa, lower than expected diversion for Dabolim Airport, and it has been requested to establish parity in landing and parking charges with Dabolim. What it means is that because Mopa's charges are high, they want to bring it in level with Dabolim. Now, whether they want Dabolim prices to come up, they cannot bring their prices down. So, going forward, ramp up in passenger volume within envisaged timeline is key. So, now why this rating has come? Now, every quarter, which quarter we are talking about? October, November, December, the peak months. In the peak months, their gross income was 106 crores. Out of, they had to give government of Goa 26 crores as revenue share. After all the expenditure, whether it is loan and all, their net income, whatever profit we can say, profit or loss, is minus 74 crores. They are at a loss of 74 crores. the last 9 months of this financial year, they have accumulated a loss of 266 crores. Now, if you see, their income is 292 crores, and the interest on the loan is 217 crores. So 292 crores is their total income, and the interest itself is 217 crores. This airport was never financially viable. The only viability they have is to make it on par with Dabolim. Now, why they are hurry of closing this airport? In the first 5 years of Mopa, they get to propose that we want these low rates for user charges, landing charges. After 5 years, Airport Regulatory Authority does not give them a chance. They look at the past profit loss, what is their operating cost, and then they force them to set that minimum, like how JERC does it for power department. We are forced to do that. That date cutoff, that deadline is coming in 28. Before 28, they have to shut down Dabolim if they want complete monopoly. And if you look at the numbers, 28 if they have to shut down, the files will start moving now. So by now, another year will take for Dabolim to shut down. Then another year will take for them to pick up the traffic, so that they can show that they are earning a profit, and then they can go to Airport Regulatory Authority and keep their prices low. So this is the timeline that they are working. This airport is not financially viable. Even today, I can say that even if they do a dual airport, if they make one traffic management plan with Dabolim, it is still not financially viable.
सो तुमकां क्लियर कळ्ळें कित्याक मोपा दाबोलीम बंद करूंक सोदता तो. पूण तो GMR आख्खा सांबाळून सेव करपाक आमचो गव्हर्मेंटाचो एअरपोर्ट आसा तो बंद करूंक सोदता. तुझे मारी कितें सांगता?
आता अविनाशान सांगले त्या प्रमाणे हो एक प्रश्न दोन्ही एअरपोर्ट मेंटेन करून कशें चलतलें तें. At the moment, with Dabolim in existence, GMR cannot charge steep charges, development charges, and that is why they are going into a loss. So it is very convenient for them to say and propose and impress upon the authorities to close Dabolim. And that is the reason, because we also know that the government is totally for these private corporates, which they are patronizing and imposing on the people, despite the fact that this sort of patronage is creating problems for the public. It is increasing the load on the public. Now, if Dabolim closes, what will happen? Everybody knows. Then GMR's interests have to be a high priority for the government, because they have to benefit out of these corporates, and this heavy cost that will be passed on to the people if Mopa remains as the sole airport in Goa. So it is definitely convenient for GMR to demand the closure of Dabolim, and this may come true because they cannot afford to recover losses. And we had already said several times that this airport cannot sustain financially, and even for people in Goa, Dabolim has always been the main airport and very convenient for all the people in Goa.
Celso.
GFDO have always said and warned that any attempt to shut the civilian operations at Dabolim, and there would be strong public resistance, because Dabolim is centrally located. It was the most convenient airport in not only in Goa, in any part of the United States of India. And if Dabolim is shut, as per what the minister, the CM says, people will have to pay higher price through massive inconvenience, through massive higher cost and disruption of livelihood. And why is this? This is more to protect the interest of a corporate entity. Doshani Sangla, as we said, this government is not for the common man. This government is for corporates. This government uses common man only for vote bank, and that is only during elections. After that, they use them as garbage, the same garbage that we see on the roads.
So finally, conclude Kutta. Daboli airport bond करून सोदता सरकार गोंयचो सरकार कित्याक GMR प्रायव्हेट कॉर्पोरेट आका सेव करपाक मोपाचो पूण दाबोलीचो एअरपोर्ट बंद केलो जाल्यार इतले बिझनेस लोक चलयता जावं ते हॉटेलांचे जावं ते टॅक्सीचे जावं ते भाजी विकपाचे नुस्तें विकपाचे thousands and thousands of people are depending on Daboli. तर हे लोकांक काबार करून एका मनशाक साल्वार करून जे माराक सरकार हें करता जाल्यार अशी म्हणणी आसा इट इज गुड दॅट वन मॅन डायज फॉर टू सेव ए नेशन बट हियर nation is being slaughtered to save one GMR. आणि हो सरकार आपण म्हणटा गोंयचो सरकार गोंयकारांचो खंय उरला गोंयकारपण खंय उरला गोंयकारांचो सरकार पूण आमी स्ट्रॉंग वॉर्निंग दिता जर तर दाबोलीचो एअरपोर्ट बंद केलो जाल्यार आमी उगी रावचे ना देर विल बी ए ग्रेट प्रोटेस्ट इन गोवा आणि सरकाराक सांगूंक सोदता तूं तर क्लॅरिटी दिना आमकां सारकी नॉट जस्ट बिफोर इलेक्शन आतां इलेक्शन आसा 27 सो दे विल आमकां आय वॉश करतले बेश्टे चुनो मारलेले भाशेन की ना करचो ना बट देन अगेन दे विल कम बॅक एंड वी नो अबाउट इट सरकार असो फोटो दितलो पूण आमकां फोटींग पड नाका आमकां सारकें सोप वी वॉन्ट द CM टू क्लॅरिफाय सारकें मोविनानूच सांगला एअरपोर्ट बंद करूंक सोदतात म्हूण तूं तुज्या मिनिस्टरान सांगला तुजो मिनिस्टराक बराबर घे तुजे कॅबिनेटान घे आनी आमकां सारकें क्लियर आश्वासन दी दॅट नेवर इट इज अ डिसिजन ऑफ द कॅबिनेट इट इज डिसिजन ऑफ द गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफ गोवा असेंब्लीन पास रेजोल्युशन पास कर आनी आमकां सांग की दाबोली एअरपोर्ट विल नेवर बी क्लोज तुमकां देव बरें करूं
Any questions?
There's a question.
Both the airports are currently functioning and it's not possible to go back on it. So do you all have any alternatives that you all can offer the government for them to take steps to solve it?
We don't have any alternative, but it is up to the government because it's the government who promised that both will survive. So if now the government cannot keep both, adlo aslo, civilian aslo, taka man naka, kun private is taka man. If you cannot save both, then don't shut historical airport, profitable airport, आणि equidistant from Perene to Kanankona. सारको मोदी आसा, connectivity सारकी best आसा. Oslo airport बंद करू नका तू आनी खंय बंद करता ते तुजे but don't close down Daboli.
And right in the beginning, we have been telling the government through ADPI as well as ICOF that this airport is not viable, and yet they persisted on building the airport. So this is to be expected now.
हे 14 पण अनाउन्स केला कित्याक आमकां then civil aviation minister when we GFDO met him personally face to face, he told us that he also agrees with us that Goa does not need two airports and Goa cannot sustain two airports. But he told us it is the builders lobby ताची उतरां that is pressurizing the Goa government. So Goa government हाचेर ताचे प्रेशराचेर कोत्ता जे गोंयच्या लोकांक जाय ते कोन्ना. प्रेशराचेर चलता. आतां देखून बंद करूंक सोदता जाल्यार जे माराचे प्रेशराचेर कोत्ता. Where is the government's stand for the people? Okay. Thank you. God bless you. Please, ciao, sir. Please help me.